Okay. All right, guys. Hello. I'm gonna move this over here. Move that over there. Well. All right. So what do we got going on? Top here. All right, guys. Hi. So we are back from San Diego, and it was amazing. And we're gonna tell you. We're gonna tell you all about it, but. Before we do that, I'm going to go through some announcements, and then we'll jump into some awesome training and some sharing. So let's see. Recognize our announcements. First of all, you know your key jewelry. You have 10 days to earn it, right? 10 days. Have you guys seen the cute necklace? It's super cute. That one's super cute. Who's going to earn it this month? Who's gonna earn it this month? It's adorable. Everybody can. You could literally sell $600 tomorrow if you wanted to. Let's see what else. $100 days. Who's had $100 day this month? Raise your hand. Woo. $200 days. $300 days. $400 days. $500 days. All right. When we get to $1,000 days, you get a prize in the month. So there's still 10 days left in the month, so you can still have $1,000 days. Let's see. You guys know about the cruise. Oh no, what happened to our poster? Maybe they get pulled out. What happened to our poster? Yeah. I'll have to go make sure. I'll put it over there somewhere. But anyways, who's gonna earn that cruise? Yeah, it's awesome. So the thing about the cruise is, you know, this thing is so exciting. This has never, ever been done before in American history, where they're upping it up. And you guys, this month is critical. This month is critical. Why? For the cruise. Double credit. So you have to at least have the agreements in this month, okay? You can still get them qualified through next month, but they have to have the agreements in this month, okay? So and all you need is three qualifieds to be able to hit your 6, and you can have the team members. By the way, when we were in San Diego, okay, it was like the 19th of the month. There was a girl there who had already finished the qualifications.
Yeah, from Canada.
Yeah, she's killing it, and she's like 20 something. She's like 22, yeah, 8 something. She was like she was 2, and yeah, she's killing it. And so she did it in 19 days. She earned the cruise. We have 6 months to earn it. What is our problem? Seriously, like all we got to do is get out there and work with intention and focus, since you don't want to miss this month, okay? And the first 50 people that earn it are going to earn a balcony, and then what they say, the first 30. This was like new from Nathan Moore.
Earn.
I think it was first 30. I think he said the first 30 earn a suite.
Oh yeah.
So she already earned a suite. So you guys can finish it this month. It literally is a decision that once you make up your mind, you can finish it. You go find the right people. You'll get in front of enough people, and then we'll help you build the reds, which we're going to have a ton of focus on reds. The company's all focused on reds, which we'll talk about in a second. But you guys know how you earn it, right? 6 new qualifieds, personal, and 3,600 personal between now and the end of June, and then 3 new personal red jackets. Got it? Okay. It's exciting. You know the Reds got a pay raise. Let's see. I know, a pay raise. That's exciting. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. What else? Oh, of course, this month we're doing our $200 cash drawing. How do you get entered to win the $200 cash drawing? I know. Thank you. Someone's excited about it. Yeah. I know. Well, you could too. Yeah, where the air is in it. Yeah, because you guys get entered too, as well as your people. How do you get entered? How do your people get entered? Share. Having them listen. How many people have had someone share this month that they have an entry? Okay, look around the room, you guys. That's not very many. We can have people just listen. Us directors are forking out $200 of our own money for you guys to be able to ask people to just listen. So use it to ask people to just listen, because they will. Who can't listen for 20 minutes to get into $200 cash, you know? And Dina, I know, is in the other room, but it can happen super quick. She had a girl listen to win the $200, help her with their promotion, or help her with the promotion while I was gone. And she watched. Literally, we talked the next day. She hadn't even facialed the girl, and they've been, hitting or missing forever. The girl came in yesterday. Like, it can be that quick, but she listened just because she was interested in getting an extra $200 cash. So ask. You guys gonna ask?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 10 days left in it. And then for every 5 people you have listen this month, you get these 2 earrings too. So, well, they're all different colors, but you get them too. For every 5, I know you love your prizes, so why not? I got extra. I ordered a bunch of them.
I've got a list for you.
I know. Christina's loves her prizes. So, for every 5 people you have listen this month, yeah, you get one of these 2 earrings, and they're all different fun colors. So.
They do.
I know, that's why I'm wearing it.
You're like Rico, right?
There's all different colors too. So, all right. So who's gonna do a share with at least 5 people in 10 days? How about 10 people? How about 20? Like you can literally share. Yeah, me. I want to run out of earrings, and so for every 5 you get that, and then for every $400 wholesale you order this month too. So you're in different ways. All right, you guys gonna use all these promotions? Yeah. I have a ton of them, but hey, why not?
There you go.
Okay. Let's see a couple other things. So I don't know if you guys know, but Facebook has gotten all weird. So I send a text out where they're like kicking people out of Facebook groups and whatever. Yeah. So like all these people got kicked out of my group, and I'm like, that's my favorite. Like I communicate a lot of stuff that way. So make sure you're in the group. Make sure your people are in the group. And a few days ago, how many people in the room like struggle with warm chattering? Anybody? Oh, not too many. Okay, everyone else in the room mastered it. Okay, awesome. Yeah, okay. Then I want you to go get 20 names this week.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, go. So, anyways, I did I posted a call that I did years ago about warm chattering on our Facebook group. And I've only had like 2 people listen to it, but they said it was super great and it really helped them with warm chattering. And one girl listened yesterday and literally went out and got 5 names today. Because it helped her with the head stuff. And so if you really struggle with the warm chattering, I posted it on our Facebook page. It was a recording I did several years ago. And someone actually, the guy, it's a coach, a personal coach, he asked me for permission to share it, like with the Mary Kay world. And I'm like, oh, what was it? What did I say? And so then I was like, I should share it with my people. So anyways, if you struggle with warm chattering, then you should watch that recording. It's on the Facebook page. Okay. A couple last things. So we are going to be really focused on building reds. That's one of the big things that they talked about with our company. We're really focused on building reds. I mean, where are they compensating? They're compensating more with the reds. They give you guys a pay raise and all of that. And so we already started last month, once a month, doing a red jacket special outing. And so we're going to keep that up, but we're also going to do something kind of fun. Kanisha, I know, is going to share a little bit later with you guys, but she's going to start doing her own meetings down in Pueblo, which is exciting. And I know Brianna meets on Tuesday nights as well. And so we are wanting to kind of pull together our area once a month, the first Monday of the month, where we're going to do red jacket promotions, just the first Monday of the month. And so we're going to make the first Monday of the month where we're going to do all of our promotions, and Brianna and Kanisha will come. So we'll have all of our future areas together and really be focused on building red. It'll be a normal meeting, but just the energy of building our future area will be there. It'll be our normal meeting. So those of you that come Monday nights, it's totally normal. I'm just saying that they're going to be coming back on the first Monday of the month, and we'll have that's when we'll do red turn ups. Does that make sense? So, because we're going to have so many new red jackets with this new promotion, right? That literally happening every week, that we're going to do them all at once. And like for someone, if they're in a smaller unit or have a smaller meeting and there's like 3 or 5 people there, it's not nearly as exciting. They do your red jacket, they do in front of a room this size. So anyways, it'll be really fun. So it's something that we're going to start tweaking and changing. And then I think this is the last thing, that career conference is coming up. How many of you have been to career conference? Okay, wow, it's half the room. Okay, so Mary Kay, so we just came back from this leadership conference just for directors, right? And DIQs this year was the DIQs, yes. But normally for consultants, there's 2 big events that happen yearly. There's seminar that happens in Dallas where all of Mary Kay can go there that wants to go, and it is incredible. Those of us that have been, you just can't even put the words how exciting it is. And you go there. Right up front. They played our video at the thing.
Sally, we saw you, by the way. Yes, we saw you.
You were on the Yeah, I know. I like tactile Right. Yeah. So it's exciting. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, it'll be super fun. So seminars where All America goes to Dallas, but they do once a year locally in March. They do a career conference where it's local, like it's a local event, so it's a lot cheaper. And so ours is just in Denver. There's people that come from South Dakota and North Dakota and drive like hours and hours. I need to mute everybody. And I remember my first career conference, I drove 8 hours to drive to my career conference. So the fact that ours is just in Denver is awesome. Anyways, and that's the event that I will say for me really changed everything. I signed up literally just for half off. I would say blah, 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 50% off. And I went to career conference and it changed everything. When you go to something big like that, it gives you the bigger picture of what Mary Kay is all about. And so anyways, you won't want to miss it and you want your people to come too. And so registration starts at the end of this month. And it'll be all through February, and then it's in March. Would you say 95? And actually, it's so cool, you guys. You get $80 in credit, so really it only costs you $15 to go to seminar or to go to career conference.
It does.
Yes. If you go to both, you get seminar cheaper. Yeah, and we'll figure out hotels and all that. You don't have to worry about any of that, but it'll be a better situation this year. Don't worry. If someone likes to volunteer, anybody for hotels?
I volunteer.
Pam. All right, Pam, I'm serious. Like, yeah, we'll talk. But anyways, career conference. If you're thinking about it, tell your team members about it. You start registering. I don't know. Anybody know the dates? March sometime.
What about the MK event app?
We're gonna talk about the apps. The MK event app didn't have that. Okay. Any other announcements? I think that's it on announcements. Okay. Oh, she has the dates. Courtney's pulling it up. It's usually like the third weekend in March normally.
So it's March 22nd, 23rd.
March 22nd and 23rd.
My birthday. We're gonna get a hotel 22nd.
Yeah, we'll have a hotel Friday night for sure.
And even though we're so local, like I really feel like we should all plan on.
You want to stay?
We want sister time for sure.
Yeah, we usually like hang out in the hotel room afterwards. You don't want to drive home, and it's a mess. Plus, you got to park twice and deal with traffic twice. No, it's more fun to just stay.
Got a ticket one year.
Yeah.
I tried to stay late in the hotel room to visit with everybody, and then came all the way home and was tired, and then had to drive all the way back up to Denver the next morning.
Yeah, not good.
Ticket for Sherry because I didn't want to be late.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Sherry, pull a chair. Yeah. We're sharing from leadership, my friend. I used to right there. All right, so now you guys get to hear about leadership. Yeah, so I think everybody in the room knows, but it was a conference just for directors and DIQs this year, and it's pretty incredible. And Kanisha and Kanisha and Sherry, this was like their first Mary Kay event, so
That's so cool.
Go ahead, you guys take it away, my friends.
I would say, like, I've got some notes and stuff down, but I would say it was really amazing being in an area full of, like, these powerful women, right? And I think, like, for me, it just kind of validated that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Like, I think that all of us get in our heads and we're like, do I really want to do this? Or whatever weird stuff we're telling ourselves that day, you know? Right? But then when I was there and you see all these like incredible women, right? And they're all just like us. It's like a room just like this of all these incredible women. You guys are incredible women. They're incredible women. And then just the love that they have for each other and like probably the nicest women I've ever met. Honestly, it was really cool. And so I would say that's probably the biggest thing that I got from Leadership Conference was just believing that I can do something, I can make a difference, and that this is definitely for me, for sure. So, some of the great notes, though, that I got from Ollie, and I totally got to see Gloria Mayfield Banks. You should have seen me. Like, I got a picture with her. So for you that don't know, when I first started Mary Kay, I was, all excited, like you guys are when you first start. I was so excited, and so I just wanted to learn everything I could, and so I would at nighttime just kind of YouTube motivational stuff. You guys all know how all that came about. So I had Googled or YouTubed one night, motivation Mary Kay, and Gloria Mayfield Banks popped up on one of the first things. So right? Of course she did. Of course she did. So I watched her video and I was like, who is this lady, right? So I watched a ton of videos from her, videos from her. And I remember asking Candace before we left, like, oh my gosh, is Gloria Mayfield Banks gonna be there? And she's like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, oh, okay.
I can't remember who was there.
I was like, okay. And then we're all sitting there in like this big room, right? And they just announced that she's coming on stage, and I was like, and Brianna was sitting next to me, and she just got a big kick out of it. Because you would have thought I was a teenager with a boy band or something. I didn't cry. No, I didn't cry, but I was really excited. And so it's so funny because she did the closing speech, and all week long, was it week we were there? I don't even know. I don't know. All week long that we were there, the whole company was talking about Reds, right? Reds. Well, I didn't hear it until Gloria said it. Because I'm reading through my notes and I'm like, oh yeah, Gloria did say about Reds. So did so and so. I always know. So anyway, I did get to see her. I got a picture of her. Like, I'm totally gonna post it on my Facebook. I thought I would do it as my profile picture, but that might be a little too weird. So. But it was really cool because I got to go see her, and I don't even remember what I told her. I was just like, oh my gosh, hi, I'm finished, blah, 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 blah. And I just like threw a ton of stuff at her. And then I told her I'm going to be on that cruise and I'm going to be in a pink Cadillac. And so I just thought, I told her, and she said she's going to be watching. And
Okay, so all of you that know Tricia and know her well, when she talks and she gets excited, and Gloria's just like, like with a smile, like, okay.
Yeah, so it was definitely not one of my finer moments of communication. But I'm very proud that I got my goals out to her. I think that was like super important. So
Well, I'm proud that you found her because I don't know, so it was just hard to find national, the big thing. Like, she's always
I was
like,
on a mission.
I'm gonna go find Gloria. I'm like, good luck.
She said,
And I sent her pictures to her. She's like, oh my gosh, they're
she said, like, Laura was, so we were kind of sitting, imagine like 100 billion times bigger than this thing. We were kind of like back where, Kelly, where you are, where we were sitting, as they were coming off of the stage. And it was maybe 6 rows back, but I just saw her walk by, she's like, she's gonna go, and she didn't. And she said, I will make that.
Yeah, that's true. I thought a lot about that like scenario about with us in our Mary Kay business, right? Like how many people we let walk away, how many people or how many like times we're so like afraid to do. We really want that, but we're so afraid to do it, and then like they walk away and you're just like, oh. Like it's such a crappy feeling. So I just decided I'm not gonna let that happen again. And then I actually took an extra step and went and found her because I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'll have that chance, you know. So it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It was a lot of inspiration, I would say, and just a lot of they did do a lot of education, but honestly, guys, it's the same stuff that we talk about every week. You know, it really is. We already have the tools on what to do, but we just got to do it. And we just got to not let fear hold us back. So, but a couple things that I did want to talk about that I was like, what? That I totally wrote that down was the Destination Red, right? So we're all on this cruise, right? We're all working on in the cruise. How do we do that? We got to get 3,600 wholesale, we got 6 qualified, and 3 reds, right? That's all we got to get. And we broke it down in one of the new directors class. And for one Destination Red, these are the averages for people that like numbers, right? And people like to show you the money, right? I'm that kind of girl. Show me the money. So for one Destination Red, right? That's $49,000 right? 49,000. Sorry, we all got like head cold is the weirdest thing, but.
Yeah, they've had some on.
So for one destination red, yeah, we're like, 49.
We're here.
Yes, we're here. So one destination red, you get 49,000 in annual production, right? And then of course you get a 13% commission, and then you get a 10% commission for building your team, right? They just broke all this down. That's $11,000, $11,316.
Wow.
Yeah. For you to go destination red. Okay. Yeah. So yes, you get a great cruise, but you're also going to be making money while you earn this great cruise.
Say how much again?
$11,316 is what you will get.
That sounds about right.
So this came from a national. This came from two nationals. This came from Nancy Osborne and Pam Powell. Okay. So then if you go to Destination Red and you take 2 of your unit members with you, that's $196,000 in annual production. Okay, can you say Hong Kong Cadillac?
Hong Kong Cadillac.
With a 13,000% commission and then a 10,000%.
I'm okay with
That'd be nice.
that.
10% team building bonus. You get $33,000. $33,948.
A lot of people don't make that in a year.
I know, isn't it depressing? Okay, here's where it gets really fun. You and 4 of your unit members do Destination Red. That's $246,000 in annual production. Okay, with a 13% commission and 10% business building, whatever you call them. That is $56,000, people. $56,580. Okay.
In addition to your normal.
Yeah, that is pretty freaking awesome. And you get to go on the cruise. And from what I hear, Mary Kay doesn't do anything basic. Okay? They don't do anything basic.
Well, okay, how about you tell us a little bit about what you experienced at Leadership? What did you see? Like, I mean, were there blockages on the street? Was there parties everywhere?
That's a good idea. So I'll show you what I saw.
In detail, because I didn't get it.
We earned the Mary Kay Rocks the Block party. So you either had to be, there's a couple of ways to do it, and I don't know all of the ways, but the way that I earned it was I'm on target for Queen's Court of Sharing. And so that's how I earned it. And literally, they shut down a whole city block. Like, no public was like, I kept asking people around me, all these people are Mary Kay? All these people are Mary Kay? Like, I kept asking because it just was so crazy to me, right? And there are all these restaurants. They shut all these restaurants down to public and made the restaurants cook the food and bring it out to us in the middle of the street.
And we're not talking about like a little hamburger joint. There was
Very
Mexican,
fancy.
Italian, there was a
Sushi.
steakhouse. Oh my
there was,
God.
like, all these really fancy foods, right? It was
So much
crazy.
you didn't even get to try it all. It was like, we thought there was one line it was going to hit out. No, there was like 100 lines because there was that many food people out there. And we'd get in this one and fill a plate and eat as we were going to the next. I think we only hit maybe 3 or 4 and there was like.
I don't know, but those tacos at the end were so good. I was like, oh. It was good food. And should you choose to go into the restaurant, everything was paid for. You just go in there and order what you wanted and you didn't have to pay for anything. It was crazy. It was crazy cool. I kept asking, is there any people? Yeah. And then it was really crazy because at that party we were sitting in this table and we were really tired of like walking around and stuff. So we like found this really cool restaurant and it had like these beautiful red curtains behind us. It's fine. Anyway, and so this lady came up to us and she was like, "Can I stay with you and take a picture?" I was, we don't know her, right? But she's so cool. Come on in. So we all scooted over and she sat with us. And her name was Tada. Her name was Tada. And she was Queen's Court of Sharing. She was the queen. She was of Sharing. 2016 or 2014 or something.
I remember a few years ago.
Oh, but her story, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Ta-da.
She really is like a ta-da story because she lived in a refugee camp for like 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah. And so
Her
she was
sister
just
killed
like
herself because she just couldn't handle it. And
Age
then,
17.
horrible. And it was her older sister,
her
right?
older sister, she was telling me got like rice and beans and fish paste.
Oh, that's what she had for food
Every
every
day.
day.
20 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
And so when she found, like, she sought out Mary Kay's opportunity. Like, this one girl told her about it, and then she kept asking questions, and she kept saying, well, how do I do this? How do I do this? And she,
Like recruited herself.
yeah, basically, and she was so excited for this opportunity that we have. I think that, for me, it's like, I take a lot of things for granted when I realize that when I talk to people that just appreciate it on that type of level, that I'm like, wow, like we really do live in the best country. Like aside from all the crappy politic headlines, news, you know, she's from Korea, yeah, not Korea, Korea. It's a war devastated, stricken country.
Yeah.
Like she was saying that the civil war going on there has been 50 years.
Yeah, it's horrible, horrible place. And so they
her
fled,
parents they escaped out of there to
and their whole village burned
the whole
down.
village. Burned people in front of them. Like it's awful. So,
No,
yeah.
So when she got to America, you can imagine how much she really appreciates the fact that we can talk about our God to
Oh,
anybody.
the other thing that was really cool that she said is where she came from, you wouldn't call someone by name. You would introduce someone by name. Because that was like demeaning.
Yeah, you didn't
I don't know,
say each other's name. You would say like
brother or sister.
mother or sister or friend. You wouldn't say their name. But anyway, we got to meet her.
Anyways, it was inspiring because
was.
you just hear these stories of people and you're like, what's my deal? Like this
Yeah.
poor girl
I
came
have
from
no
this crazy background. Her English was so broken, you know, even after however many years, 10 plus years here. She still really
We
struggled
found
with
her
it.
video.
We did.
Yes,
video.
you should post it.
Okay,
It's
I'll post
pretty
it on
inspiring.
the.
She like didn't want to be the queen. She's on stage and she's like, what? I'm
She
like,
didn't
"I
know
wanna
she
talk."
was a
Look at
queen.
the mic, like she didn't want to talk because she, you know, she was very insecure about her English and she just worked. And I think we forget like the power of just work. You know, and people from other cultures, I think, are hard workers, and so they see an opportunity like Mary Kay, and they're like, "What? I can earn a free car. I can have unlimited income potential. It doesn't matter about my degree and my education and my language barrier. I'm all in." You know, and so they appreciate it sometimes more. Or sometimes I believe we as Americans sometimes get lazy and just make excuses. And I'm telling myself, I'm not pointing fingers at any. I'm taking full responsibility myself too, but I just believe that it's sometimes just a healthy, good dose of reality. I mean, of what we do have in this company that I think we take for granted.
Yeah.
You know, so much for granted. I mean, I remember my first career conference, the lady always shared the story because it's so inspiring. I mean, she literally, when she came into Mary Kay, was sewing buttons onto clothes for a penny a button. And her kid had been taken away from her. She didn't have enough money. She was sending money back to Mexico. Right? And she didn't have a car or speak English. And then she was like $1 million director in Mary Kay. And it's just, sometimes I think we forget how great this opportunity is. You know, we take it for granted. That I'd encourage you, just look at this business with like childlike faith. You know, like look at it with fresh eyes. And, you know, I can tell you that's what I love about a new consultant or everything. I think sometimes if we've been in for a long time, we get jaded and you forget how incredible this opportunity is. You know? And so it was so healthy to sit there with her. We're just like asking her all these questions. She just sat down and take a picture.
I was trying not to talk. I was trying not to cry.
Wow,
I
what's
was like,
inspiring even happened to us tonight. Like,
I mean, she got all of our attention with
Yeah.
all the background music.
all the commotion of the party, like it was just her. It was really cool.
It's just a good healthy dose of, you know, what we have.
And what we have to offer other people, and I think that's really what we have to. We have to think about it. Take yourself out of the equation, right? Who could you bless with this opportunity? People like Tada,
Yeah.
you know. We just did a career chat with this girl on the way up here, and she was so excited about the fact
I'm
that
not
she.
excited because she was
I
excited.
know, I was excited. I'm like, man, welcome.
trying to be quiet.
But she was excited because of the opportunity that we had, the opportunity that she could stay home and raise her baby. She went back to work 4 days after she delivered.
Oh
her
my
baby.
God.
Yes, 4 days after, because she doesn't have a choice, because she has to pay her bills, you know?
She has 4 other kids.
But her job didn't offer that with pay. You know, and they don't have to. They don't have to offer that with pay. And so it's nice that we have to think, what opportunity? Who can we bless with this opportunity? I know for me, like I was just really excited about the prizes.
Wait. Okay, you get prizes when you come here. Here, imagine being at a big, huge ta-da, okay? The prizes. So they were giving away prizes left and right.
I know.
On the big
That's
screen,
crazy.
calling. We're like just waiting for our name.
I won!
And for this
I won!
one, let me tell you, one Heather. I don't know about you, but I spent $150.
First of all, I'm not trying to sound crazy, but I really didn't think you could buy earrings for $150 that didn't have diamonds in them.
Right.
They're
Just
really
all-
nice,
of
really
all
nice
of the
earrings.
people that were there.
Oh,
A lot of people were in prizes like that.
Yeah, so Mary Kay like gives it, and they shower you with like. I've never worked for a company that gave me prizes like that.
No.
I gave you life.
Thank you.
I just want to say.
I got to sit in my new car. Oh my gosh! So I have to have a little confession. I almost didn't order it. I know.
We
Don't look at
arrived,
me like
yeah,
that.
we literally landed, yeah.
And I was like,
I
corporate
hadn't ordered it yet.
called me and was like, congratulations on earning your car. I was like, thanks. And I, but you have to place the order so we can. And the deadline is tonight. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'll just be really honest with you guys and tell you that the only reason why I wasn't going to order my car was because I was afraid of not making production, which is the silliest reason not to do it, because I've hit that production since I've gotten into Mary Kay. But it's the mind that likes to play. It's the devil that likes to tell you that you're not good enough, that it's not real. And so when I got that call, and I think that God set it up the way that it needed to be set up, that I would just take that leap of faith, because I got the call while I was getting on the plane. Then I got off the plane. I was sitting in the Spanish, and I was like, I'm gonna order the car. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna order the car. Accept. I didn't even read it, by the way. I got yelled at so bad by my wife. What do you mean you didn't read it? I emailed it to you. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not worried. God's got me, right? So I ordered the car, and then we walked into what is it called? The expo, where they have all the cars, and somebody put it in my head that it was just a Chevy Malibu, and it was nothing like super special. I know it was nothing. It was like nothing like super special or anything like that. It's just a Chevy Malibu.
I know.
So I walked in and I was like, "Is that my car?" And they're like, "Yes." And we're like, "What?" And we walked up to this car, and holy crap! Like, I have never been so excited in my whole life. Like, well, Florida Maple Leaf. But the second time I was that excited, right? And so I got to sit in my car, and I got to like just feel what it felt like to actually accomplish something like that. And I just wish that you guys could feel that, because, and you can, you just have to do it. You just have to set your mind to it. And I'm telling you, there's no greater feeling than getting through all those doubts that you put on yourself. And then you get to experience something like that. You know, it was really something. And so I was really excited that I ordered it, and then I confessed to Candace. But the only reason I hadn't ordered it so far is because I was afraid, which is so silly. So don't be afraid. If you earn that car, you get that car. You promise? You promise?
I got cash.
You got cash. Well, I was only gonna go cash because I was.
Yeah, no, that I think it's important.
Oh. Yeah, you're the premier car. The right? Yeah, I only got.
Strap it to the wood.
Which, by the way, we also got to try the new director's suit, and so I brought this around. You guys want to see what the new director's suit looks like? And here's one swab, but only I only have one, so we'll pass it around.
So I just want to share
try it on.
with everybody that
I was about to ask you if we could earn one of those.
this lady right here, she's a big deal.
She's a bee's
Do you know
knees,
she's a big
right?
deal?
Holy crap.
So you guys, we are so spoiled. This woman lives like next door to us. And do you think I'm thinking, oh man, I'm gonna be rubbing shoulders. I'm gonna get some of whatever that is. I saw her like twice in a week. She's a big deal. People cry at her like, and just are like, and I'm just sitting there all the time.
I'm like, I can't wait till we get home so I can talk to you.
If she tells you, jump, don't even ask how high, just jump. If she says, pick up the phone, just call her.
Why are you crying?
She's something over here.
Candace, stop making people cry.
God is good. God is great. Do you know fear? You crying? You just have to say.
No.
That's what happens just goes a bit.
Anything we want.
Yeah.
And you have two options. You have faith or fear. And fear will rule you. Fear will knock you down. It'll kick you. And as easy as it is, the altar to that, it's as easy to stand up to faith. As easy as you say, I can't, you can say, I can't.
Very decision.
Be a victim or a victor.
Yes.
Yes.
It's all about that. It's all about that.
It's so simple. Oh my gosh, I was thinking, we all have crazy obstacles that we have to deal with every day. It's so simple. This is so simple. That's what I got.
So simple. Don't overthink it. I will tell you one of my favorite nights while we were there is so one of you guys know that I'm part of a prayer sisters group, and we pray together every Monday morning, and so we're all across the country, and we don't get to see each other except for like twice a year at leadership and then seminar. And so one of our prayer sisters lives in San Diego, or 45 minutes outside. We got to live from home.
She's all about red.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, your house is
filled with
gorgeous.
red. It was so cool. Whole house, and that was intentional. Like that wasn't a Mary Kay thing, but
Yeah, right.
and it was kind of a last minute thing. We're like, hey, Barbara, you live there? Can we come crash at your house like Thursday night? They'll save us, meal tickets or food, having to deal with a hotel or restaurant, all that. So her daughter cooks this awesome meal, and like the house was just gorgeous. And she's like, I don't have that much room. And there were like 28 of us or something in her home, and so yeah, just finding room for 28 people to sit and eat and all that stuff. So, but then we got to just share and talk, and I love. So Barbara is she's just an incredible woman, pastor, and she's just someone I've always respected in my business, and she just is that person who's like really wise and always has the right thing to say. And she has gone through some major life stuff over the last several years, and has gone through like severe depression, and it's just hard to see somebody you look up to so much, do that. And this last year, she found some joy. She found some counseling. And anyways, the counselor was like, "What brings you joy? What brings you joy? Go do that. Go find something that brings you joy." And so she shared this long story about a piano. I won't go through it all, but basically, she used to play piano like 20 years prior. Or no, when she was 20, so she's like in her 50s, so like 30 years. No, it's been 40 years, I think she said, since she played piano. Anyway, it's been a really long time. And and so long story short, she bought this piano, and it's just brought her so much joy to play on the piano. Like she literally hours and hours and hours and hours and hours a day playing the piano. She played for us, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Those of us that know what she's gone through and just the really tough life things that have come her way, just to see her smile and have so much joy in playing this piano, it was really a beautiful thing of what that meant. And she shared afterwards, and so I just want to encourage you guys to find what brings you joy. you know, something that brings you joy, and do that. And do that because life is too short, you know, and we've got to find the joy in our businesses too. We've got to find the joy. I think sometimes we focus so much on, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. Why didn't it happen quick enough? And we beat ourselves up. We spend so much time focusing on what didn't feel right, instead of focusing on things we love about our business and what brings us joy in our business. And when you operate in joy, and when you're doing things that you love, you will attract people, right? And granted, you know, sometimes, you know, we're not always going to do things we love. Like, you know, we may not love warm chattering, but if you can look at it as how can I bless someone and make it a joyful thing, you're going to attract people. Does that make sense? And so that was a beautiful thing. And she talked about how, you know, when you're frustrated, when you're discouraged, it's a test. It's a test. And she said the easy thing to do is to quit and to give up and throw the towel in. But, you know, your character and your strength is determined in those really tough times, in those seasons where you want to give up, where you're doubting yourself, where you don't think you can do this, but it's a test. And that's where you grow your character. And guess what? Every time you get knocked down, when you get back up, you're 10 times stronger. You're 10 times stronger, and you come back with, you know, I would have a consultant any day, a consultant that's making a comeback any day over someone, you know, or anyone else, because they're more passionate. They had to dig deep to get back up, and they come back with passion and, you know, focus and like on a mission like never, ever before. And so this business is all about growing you. And I can tell you those 6 women, we have done life together. We have been through deaths and divorces and financial stuff and like major life stuff that has happened in our lives. And this business is about doing life with people, you know, and really being there for each other, which is a beautiful thing. And so it was just a really fun night, and of course we laughed and had a good time. But
to see all those women together, like they are the coolest group of women. Like, I was just looking at them.
I'm the youngest, by the way.
You can see like the love between them, you know. And so that was the other thing that I really saw this weekend was just the sistership and the sisterhood with everybody. And I could totally see that with us too, you know, like all of us, we've gone through some stuff together. We've prayed over each other, and it's really awesome to have that, I think, in a company.
Hope we have a huge seminar this year.
Yeah.
We will have a huge seminar this year and a huge career conference.
Candace,
No hoping about that.
career conference, speaking of, we need to come up with an awesome Cadillac
Dance,
dance
yeah.
and
Would you like to be in charge of that?
Sure. Absolutely. Because we're gonna win the prize, and that's the most important.
Let's do this.
Let's do Cadillac hats or something, like cute Cadillac hats. Just something ridiculous with cats on it. And we all do our dance on stage.
I think we should do Cadillac dance. I think that's neat. I like it.
We'll do our dance, but we have to dress the part too.
Yeah.
Can we do it tonight?
Yeah. we
Well,
can.
they play the same Cadillac.
Okay.
But yeah. So you guys can be in charge of that because every year I'm like, oh shit.
Well, because
we
I
should
know
all
it's
do
not
it.
like every night every day. What do you want to do?
Yeah, like,
Just one day.
Bam.
And I think if we have
Get it.
something costumey with our dance, we would
Do it,
have.
Amanda.
We gotta get some costumes. There was.
Get some pink tape.
Really? We have to be
Just more pink.
We gotta win.
Okay, awesome.
You have to be.
All right, on it.
Okay, I want to share a couple other. Okay, what you guys we got a month and a half. Come on, tell us to figure that out. So
Oh,
yeah, you get your
Get on it.
outfit. Okay,
Well,
so
right now,
I
who's committing to the career
We
conference?
gotta have
Who's
you
all gonna
commit
be there?
to-
I need to
yeah.
know how many.
definitely want to go. My goal is to have
Alright.
at least 30 people in our unit because in our area we'll probably have like 40 or 50.
Yeah, guys, it's in Denver, and honestly, like if you're looking for something that's gonna be a game changer for you,
That
you
will
need
be-
to go because
And if you're looking for an excuse,
That was true. But don't wait 2 months to do something, okay? You can start now.
and I think honestly, as like an area, maybe we should like make that as a goal. How much money do you need to go to career
It's only
conference?
$100.
Yeah, it's only $100.
Well, with the hotel and stuff like that, you know, like maybe we all say like this is how much we do, and then
Well, you
like
break
hit
it
the
down,
goal.
You break it down so that you know how much you need to be putting away out of your 40/60 split, so that you can pay for it out of your.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. I think that's what we should do.
What?
We normally do tell everybody the breakdown, okay, you gotta do this a week, or, you know. And if you need
Yeah,
a
I'm sure
goal
we can
chart,
find some cool JPEG or something or whatever. But yeah, you don't want to miss it. It's definitely huge. Okay,
Just go have $1,000 week.
go have that.
Get it done 1 week.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see, what else? So, one thing that we talked about that I thought this was powerful. You guys, write this down. It's so good. She remembered who she was, and the game changed. Barbara shared that night. I don't know if you remember that. That when we remember who we are, and we, really operate in our gifts and our talents and our strengths, it changes everything. That I feel like I talk about this all the time, but it's something that we all can't hear enough of because we all struggle with it over and over and over again. We doubt ourselves, we compare ourselves, but when we remember who we are and remember how great we are and we remember the power and the strength that we have inside us, it literally changes everything. It literally does. Just kind of more of like a business side of things. Oh, they're ready for me already. Okay, well, let me share. Okay, that was quick. Okay. I feel like there was something else that's gonna, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, let me share two things that, really quickly. One thing, just a little FYI, I don't know if you guys want to try this, but, one of my friends who's like amazing at sales, she does like half the face, and I used to think that was like just mean and wrong, but she says that like when she's doing facials, so I'm totally shifting gears, doing like half their face. And anyways, I was like, well, maybe we should try that. So, but then they can actually feel the difference. And she says she sells skincare like every single time because they see it right then and there. So that's just a little like business thing. The other thing is in one of my classes, and I should talk about this later with the leaders, but basically, I want to hear from you after all of your appointments. And I know that you guys, I always get on my high horse. Yeah, I never hear from you. What was me? But I care about you. I want to hear from you, like as a friend, but also especially when you're having frustrations, you have to reach up. Who are you to think you can do this on your own? And when you go to an appointment or you have something happen and it doesn't go your way, like that's my job as your coach is to help you and to say, okay, how did your face go? Did this happen? Did that happen? And we can talk through it. But just because it didn't feel great doesn't mean that you're not great at it. Because how many of us were great at walking when we came out of the womb?
I didn't took me a whole year.
That's how you learn, right? Because you have to fall down. How many times you guys have kids? How many times kids fall down before he learns to walk? But as a woman, we fall down once and we think we suck at this and we just quit and give up. Would you tell your kid that? If you fell down once, maybe you should walk.
Get the stroller.
The whole point, your mom told you that. So, okay, so here's the things that I want to hear from you after your appointments, and I can talk with this later. But after each appointment, how many people were there and what were their ages? That's important because sometimes when your sales are low, it has a lot to do with target market. Number two, how many basics or miracle sets did you sell? Because you want to be, or repair sets, how much skincare did you sell? If you're not selling skincare, there's a problem, right? Because if you're just selling a mascara and foundation, the reorder business isn't there. If you're not selling skincare, we need to have a conversation. Number three, how many classes did you book? Because if you're not booking parties from parties, your business is going nowhere, right? You're going to run out. Number four is who are your potential team members and what information did you leave with her and why would she be great at being co-player? And then the fifth question is how much did you sell? So the sales is way lower because the most important thing is how many people were there and what were their ages? How many skincare sets did you sell? How many classes did you book? Who were your potential team members? And then how much did you sell? And then the last two questions are what did you do well at the appointment and what do you need help with? Because if you look at things that way, I think sometimes we judge appointments by, oh, I didn't sell anything, I suck. Go straight to that, and we're judging it on the wrong things. That you've got to keep the perspective of at an appointment, what went well? What do we need to tweak? What were their ages? Were you selling skincare sets? Is there some potential people? Does that make sense? You're working at full circle. So I want to hear from you. All right. All right. So let's finish up and then Christina will.
And you said that list.
What?
So box Candace so she doesn't get sick.
Boxes don't get all sad and depressed.
Well, I want to talk about some of the things that we did outside of Mary Kay when we were in San Diego. Kanisha and I, neither one have been to San Diego before. Well, I had been, but you know, I was like in the room, so I don't know if that
Doesn't
really
count.
counts. No. My father was saying, "Oh, you were there 50 years ago." I said, "I'm not quite there yet." He said, "Yes, you were there." But we have
Beautiful.
another business outside of this, and we had to take care of some banking issues on Thursday. So we Googled
I know,
Wells
it's a good
Fargo,
thing.
close Wells Fargo. Okay, some things that I'm going to tell you before you go to any big event that they did not tell me. Always take a pair of flats with you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Okay, for
She learned the
Sherry,
hard way.
I said, I don't care if people look, I'm taking
I'm a
these
terrible
things off,
director.
and I'm gonna carry them. It was bad. And of course, the first day there, I wore the highest, most uncomfortable, cutest shoes.
Through the airport.
Anyways, right, through the airport, we couldn't park close, so I'm like,
Flats are
you know, when they're like this high and you're like this short. Well, anyways, so feet are already killing me. We've got to go to the bank. We have a small break, so we're going to go together. It is within walking distance,
0.4 miles.
4 blocks, if you were wearing tennis shoes. Not 2 days prior of being in heels all day and your feet are already bruised on the bottom. So they have these scooters that are motorized. Hey, Tanisha is in her wonderful director suit, and I in my cute suit, in high heels, on a green scooter, with our purses, you
She
know.
couldn't get it to work. And she was in the middle of the street.
Have you heard of
And it's
an app?
getting ready to turn red. And I'm like, no, Australia turned green. I'm like, pick it up and stop there. Because you have to there.
Right, on an app. So I said, okay, we're good. And she said, yeah, you're lightweight, so you can push the go button and it'll go for about 3 feet. But if you didn't pay, it backs you up. So she's already way across the street, and I'm going and I'm backing back. I was like, what the hell? And the like, you know, it has the countdown with the hand, and she's like, come on, Mom. I
It
said,
was very dramatic.
so then I do it again, and I go, it pulls me back, and I'm like, what's the matter? And I'm gonna get ran over. She says, just pick it up. I'm in heels, headphones.
In the middle of this intersection, and all these cars are just watching.
So I got it like this. I got your machine, and I'm like, pull it. And then when trying to back up, I'm pulling.
Oh, can you Russian scooter? Oh my god, I was petrified for her life. I couldn't think about it.
She says to me, well, you've got to accept all their agreements and stuff before you pay for it. Oh, so she comes around the side of the street. We get there. Oh, mind you, we're in San Diego, and if you're not from San Diego, you're from someplace where there's no humidity, and you're there, you have a humidity issue. Well, it was raining the whole time, so we're on a scooter, in heels, skirts, going backwards in the rain.
But once we got it, it was seriously
We
the
laughed
best
so
thing
hard.
we did in San Diego. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
No,
It was so
you
fun.
need to do it
Oh my
because
God.
it is like,
It
you
was
know,
108 degrees in Texas.
We were all in
Oh.
heels.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
it would have felt good. It would have felt good. The wind. It was a lot of fun.
Maybe that's why we got this going. So that was the first great thing.
Amy's still like,
We actually went to Coronado Island. And of course it had been raining since we got there. And so this was on Friday night. We went. And so it was actually the first day that it did not rain and the sun was out. Well, we went to go touch the water. Everybody's saying,
Don't touch the
don't touch the water. Well, because they said that with the rain and the runoff from the city, all the pollution that's nasty stuff. So we didn't, but we saw the most awesome sunset. Just out of, and the waves were coming up. And so we're FaceTiming with our significant others, sharing the moment, you know. And so tacos, we had tacos and margaritas and
Hey.
yeah, I don't want to hear about it. It was so awesome because there was 2 people there that I did not know them that roomed not in the same room with us, but in our same area. Darby's the best.
Oh, we were, yeah.
Hey, everybody, like, message Darby and ask her to come to career conference in Denver.
Yes.
Everybody has to send her a message. Everybody send her a message. Say, Darby, we heard you're coming to Denver. We're so excited. Yes, because we're trying to talk her into it.
But you guys, the women that we talked with, and they stayed where we were, so before and after, and trying to share one itty bitty bathroom. We're washing our face on the kitchen sink, and just girl stuff,
That's
that-
pretty cool, yeah.
that you miss after you have children.
Yeah.
You don't get to do those things because unless you're teaching your daughter, your grandkids.
So, who wants to know what Gloria Mayfield said?
Did you even?
I wrote down stuff.
Oh, good.
I know.
She said, red hot.
I did it. I was really good. I was like this. That's how you spell that. I don't know what that word was. You know what any of those? She talks really fast, by the way. This
Something beliefs and jibby reference.
yeah.
Believe in yourself.
So Gloria went over red. Oh my gosh, could you see her? She was so funny. I think Candace sent everybody
Or
her.
hilarious.
Did Candace send it to everybody her speech? I'll see about seeing if she post it on Courageous Era
She
because
should.
it was a good speech. It was hilarious. So she said it's all about the red jackets. All about the red jackets. Like if you're trying to build a team, that's where you're building is the red jackets. That's what you're focused on. And she said red jackets are the pot of gold. Okay. And so how she built her business, you guys know that she's the #1 national
She makes
in the whole Mary Kay.
Yeah.
She's made over $13 million in commission.
Yeah, I've got her number. Her highest check for the month, people, was $96,000
Holy shit.
for the month. So no, seriously though. So
Sorry.
listen up. This is what she said.
Wow.
She totally focused on having 25 red jackets. That's what her sole focus was in her business of building her team. Now, obviously, you have to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you work your way up to 25. But that's all that she was focusing on. So she said, "This is how you do it: pride in the position." She said, "We as a Mary Kay business need to get better at having pride in the position of red jackets." So that means having your red jacket stand out from everybody, pride in the position. Then she said, "You personally recruit the strong, ambitious, willing women." This whole personal use consultant thing, she was like, "Do you know how hard it is to get a personal use consultant to order 225? You want to find women that want to do this business, And I think that when you go at it with that attitude, then it almost dismisses the idea of even being a personal use consultant. Equip women with courage. So when you're working with one of your new consultants, of course we want to help them, right? But we want to equip them with their courage to do it as well. And she said a good way to do that is have them, of course, watch training videos and stuff and watch a facial. But when you do her launch party, you open it for her, you let her do the skincare class, and then you close it for her. She said they can mess up all they want in the skincare class. The stuff sells itself. So I bet what you're doing is you're showing her that she can do it, other than, oh, look what she did for me, And so you want to equip her with the courage. Sell a lot of the product. So just get it. Just sell it yourself. Sell it. And then highlight red jackets. And then have them understand the game. If you get into your red jacket, you stay in your red jacket. Okay, and that was one of the most important things for her to do, for us to do. She was telling us. Then she went on. I was writing down it really fast. But we really have to watch her speech. But she said, she was kind of doing like just inspiring us and encouraging us. And she said, pick your goal, right? So your goal is the cruise. Then pick your crew, attach yourself, bring a great attitude. She said you could suck at everything, but if you have a great attitude, then that's all that you need. And then follow the roadmap. Book, sell, share, repeat. She goes, it's been proven over and over and over again in Mary Kay that you book, you sell, and then you share, then you recruit, right? And so if you're not selling a lot of products, probably because you're sharing. It was one of my biggest things. I think it had, out of all the people that have done facials, I just jumped to the recruit part because that's what I was most excited about. But she says we need to back it up and do book, sell, share, repeat. Number 5, brace for the impact. She said, if you have a big size goal, then you have to know that you're going to have a big size obstacle. It's just the way that the devil works, right? And so she said, short-term sacrifice for long-term success. So she said, and I love that she said that because I know, like, seeing Gloria Mayfield Banks, like, you just see all her accolades and all the money she makes, and you just see this wonderful, incredible woman. You know, she started off with starter kit just like we did. And she said that she has had a lot of obstacles that she's, came across. And remember watching in one of her videos that she was saying they were going for this huge goal, right? One of the next ranks, they were a huge goal, and they were so close to doing it. She was so excited. And then she had it all planned out. The consultant said, I'm going to place the order. She said, you're going to place the order. I'm going to place the order. You're going to place the order. She's going to place the order, And then she ended up not placing the order, and Gloria missed her rank. And she was like, I could have chose to be so mad because I could have figured it out otherwise, like a different somewhere, This lady said that she was going to do it and she didn't do it, Or I could just choose to be grateful for what we did accomplish that month, and that's what she did. And then they moved on next month and hit it, But it's like, I think that all of us see, like, everybody in this business that's super successful, like Candace, she's had a lot of obstacles too. A lot of letdowns. And a lot of letdowns too. And but she's still here and she's still not giving up. And I think that is where the inspiration should come from. I think that's where we should find inspiration with everybody is what obstacles do they have to overcome for them to still be here. Not what success that they're having, Because if you see somebody with success, then you have to know that there's been obstacles that they have had to overcome.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
She talked about like turning obstacles into opportunities.
Yeah.
And one of the things I watched about her, she was saying that she didn't have a washer and dryer. She would go to the laundromat and she would use that to meet people. And that was, I hate laundry. And I refuse to touch my laundry. And I told Evan the other day, like, man, you got to think, if you're going to be sitting there doing laundry, you should be making it productive. Like, it cost me $5 to do a load of laundry, but if I met 2 people, then it would be worth it. But it's all about that mindset of turning the obstacles into an opportunity. Instead of letting it get you down and being upset about it, just keep going. Because, you guys know what? Back in DIQ again, you face a lot of things, but it's literally about turning it around and keeping going.
Right. She's still here. She's still in DIQ,
Like it's gonna face like Safeway. I don't know if it's Aretha Franklin Cadillac song, not the one that we listen to, but the other one. And I hear it every time I go to Safeway, and I love it. So I turned it into a little game now that when I hear it, I have to go talk to people.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
And so I'll just be going. That's my escape from my kids. Safeway.
Before she was pregnant, she'd go get a glass of wine from the liquor store and go shopping.
I would, yeah. I would like to go get wine.
That's my deal.
Oh, okay, now for race. Before that time, I gotta go meet other people and stuff. You just gotta look for those little signs, those little wins, the things that make you smile.
I love that.
I didn't like
It was amazing. You all should have been there. That's all
I'm excited for career conference. I really seriously think that we should all definitely be there, and then all be there to represent each other and represent Candace too. You
Well, it's
know,
a lot of fun too, because like you do have some downtime where you get to spend time with the ladies. There's lunchtime where you all can't get together to go to a restaurant. You get to mingle with different people that you may have not mingled with before.
Right.
And then everyone has different taste buds, and so you may be like, oh, you're going to get Mexican food? Oh, you guys are going to get sushi? I'm going to go with them instead. And you get a chance and an opportunity to hang out with people that you may not have hung out with before. I was stuck with Gina and Pam, and they were praying. Every single time we got on the freeway, every time a car came passing by us, and I'm not a prayer person very much, and so I'm sitting here like, what is going on? Like, I'm looking at these girls, they're gonna like
Then we need to go
pray for me because I don't pray enough.
Okay.
But we had the best time ever, and I would have never like just randomly been like, oh, okay, like I don't know you guys, I'm gonna jump in your car, but I did because it's Mary Kay, we're a sisterhood, and
that
I got
makes
to know
everything so
them,
much
and
more
it's
fun.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
They also do prize control there too.
Yeah.
listen, the last thing I was going to tell everybody and I forgot, and then Christina's going to take it away with the apps, you said? The one thing that they talked about a lot during leadership was the 6 most important things.
Oh, yeah.
And Mary Kay Ash herself used to have this 5 a.m. club or something.
Yeah.
Where 5 o'clock club. Very, thank you. And they would go over the 6 most important things. So I know for me, like I've heard it over and over and over again from these great, incredible, high-ranked women that they do, that how they keep themselves focused and persistent and on task is the 6 most important things.
The night before.
The night before, you write down the 6 most important things that you get done the next day. No, it has nothing to do with errands. It's all at income producing activity.
Have you guys seen this? I'll pass it
Yeah.
on, but this is Lorraine Bryant's planner, and it's like a lot. It's 180 pages per month. Because you don't have to keep reprinting the same stuff every month. Like, please don't. But it has the 6 most important things for your business.
Well, our new planner too at the very top has
Yeah.
the 6
But
most
this
important
one's
things.
cool because it has the 6 most important things to do personal. Because if you start doing it for your business, you're gonna want to do it personal, and it keeps you on track. But it also has errands to do. Like it keeps
That's
you
awesome.
separate,
Yeah, so
and it's printable. It's free.
all of us need to definitely be doing the 6 most important things.
So
Okay, that was it.
and then to add on to the 6 most important things. So you want to do it the night before, and if you do not accomplish something in your list, right, that goes to the top of your list the
And
next
don't
day.
beat yourself up about it.
No, things life happens, right? But it goes to the top. So there's a reason why you're avoiding it, right? So
These
just
are your
do it
first
and get
thing,
it
yes.
done.
You're
Okay.
Oh, I did that. 6 most important things.
All right. So we're going to talk a little bit before we close this up about our brand new apps. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Everybody's already hip to the no? Okay. So, all right.
One of them because
Me too.
I don't know if it's not available on my Android, but
Yes.
Yeah, I have it on my Android, but I've heard a lot of people say things
They,
about
I
it work for them.
guess corporate said they're checking into it because I
Yeah.
did look on the reviews and a lot of people said they're having issues with it. And they said corporate is.
Yeah, because it's available on some Androids and not the other things. But, so there's 2 new apps. There's the Mirror Me, right? Okay. So you guys look that up while I'm talking about it. There's the Mirror Me app, and then there's the Skin Sight app, all right? Which I really like that. I really like that. Yes. And that's what we need. That's what we need. So what's really great about these apps is both apps allow you to give your customers like a quick makeover without having to put any makeup on their skin, right? That's the Mirror Me. It's got the preloaded looks for all the new Chroma Fusion, right? So you look at it, you can pick the looks, okay? And so let's say you did a skincare class with somebody and you're gonna book your follow-up appointment with them. You can let them look at the app and they can see what they like or what they're gonna like, and they can place the order right there with you because it tells you all the colors, right? They can play with it at home. You have them download it, they can play with it at home and still order straight through you, which is super exciting. For people who are intimidated by makeup, then they can kind of look at it. But when you're booking that second follow-up appointment and they're looking on the app, you can say, pick which look you want to try it at your second appointment, right? Bam. Okay, so I'm really excited about the skincare site. Okay, it's really cool. So you're gonna take a picture, and I know some ladies are having a hard time because it's only
On the other
so
side.
the back camera.
Yeah.
Use a mirror and look at the picture. All right.
That's smart.
It's actually.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Okay, so you look at the mirror and make sure it's lining up. You gotta line it up with your eyes, and it's gonna tell you. There's several different things. It's gonna tell you about your skin texture, make suggestions about that, your wrinkles, a lot of different things, your eye area. So
It asks you about your skin.
it asks you about your skin, so you're gonna be able to look at these things, and it's gonna give you more details and more suggestions. So your customers who might be abroad and can't get together to do a skincare class with you can download it, check it out, and then they can be like, oh, it's just this. And they can order it or send samples, whatever the case may be. But it's deep. It tells you everything, all the item numbers, and you can place the order right there.
What's it called?
No, it's so interesting because it actually goes from low to high, like how.
Yeah,
much
like
you
is it
need,
low,
like
moderate?
How much,
It
breaks
can
it
tell
all
when
down.
you got exfoliate.
It breaks it all down. Yeah, it tells me that I need to get higher. All of it. Oh, that's just great.
Go ahead, Stacy.
No. Make sure though that they have a clean face.
Yes, you don't want the makeup already on.
They have any makeup on. Has to be clean. But it does only save it for 6 days, 7 days,
Yeah.
something like that. So you have to.
Yes.
So you want to make sure if you're not going to get back with that person, that
Save
you write it all down because it'll go away.
Yes.
And then you'll lose the picture.
See what Kelly's doing, guys? She's got it.
Yeah.
And you want it to be a well-lit area. If you do it in the shadow like Kelly's doing,
Do you need my
it's gonna give you bad readings.
Yeah.
You can also help your customer and look at it. You guys are all looking at the apps too, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So super exciting. The company's been working on them for a really long time. When we went to $1 Million Weekend last year, Nathan Moore told us at lunch about some of these things that they were working on. Of course, it was hush hush, secret. So for you guys who are going to $1 Million Weekend, you guys are gonna get all the inside scoop.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're gonna be on a plane, Chelsea.
I am so not good with.
You're gonna be great.
You guys, they do this stuff at dermatologists.
So you gotta line it up so that with the eyes.
I still gotta make a doctor's appointment today.
You don't need one, it's fine. Okay. It will turn green. Okay, you gotta do.
I keep moving.
Well, it goes through the shadows. Yeah, but when it gets green, it will take the picture by itself. So everybody can play with these after and at home. I just wanted to share these with everybody. So get familiar with them. Use them to make you more money. If you are brand new and not super familiar with, ladies, if you are brand new and not super familiar with the product, this is gonna allow you at your facials to upsell the customers, and it gives you the rundown of what everything is, how it works, why they need it, right?
You know, this isn't you trying to sell to the customer. The customer is going to see for themselves. We're not trying
It's gonna show them.
upsell them something that
They don't
oh,
need.
you just try to sell me something and not just like that.
It's gonna show them where the wrinkles are, and then explain to them why they need the product, okay?
Oh, boy.
Awesome. All right. So,
Thank you.
I've asked Marie to help us
Oh, you're great.
close us out.
And then we have cleaning.
Cleaning. Marie, get loud. Attention to friends. Get loud. You can do it.
I am great.
I am great.
I am wonderful.
I am wonderful.
I am a woman of excellence.
I am a woman of excellence.
I'm a superstar.
I'm
rain on my parade.
I will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will go over.
I will go over.
I will go under.
I will go under.
I will go around.
I will go around.
I will go straight through.
I will go straight through.
Any obstacle that comes my way.
Any obstacle that comes my way.
Because I'm highly motivated.
Because I'm highly motivated.
Truly dedicated.
Truly dedicated.
And I'm a future free-car driver in the making.
And I'm a 3-star driver. I'm a free Cadillac driver in the making. Woo!
I gotta go to bed. Love y'all. See you later.
I had.
Love you all. One.